Good morning. It's Beckie Belote. I am a creative memories advisor in Newport News, Virginia, and I have some great things to show you today. I can't wait. But before I do, I'm going to reach out to all of my kindred spirits out there that just love making scrapbook pages, and you may be spending a lot of money on it. And you could do what I do because these ideas pop in your head too. Share your gifts with others, and reach out to an advisor today and join our sales force. It is so easy. You're going to keep hearing me say this because we have a very small sales force with a very profitable career plan and an amazing debt-free company. So it's a great time to jump on board. Chances are when you look for an advisor, there's not going to be anybody near you because we just don't have that many. So I encourage you to call a few. You can find us on the advisor Creative Memories website. It's creativememories.com. You can search out advisors there and just give them a call. Look to see who's trying to build their team, and do some interviews to see how they can support you from afar, because in all actuality, it may not be somebody close by, and we are very good at training long distance. So anyways, just wanted to put that plug in this morning. All right, so what I'm going to do today is I am going to talk about, I have a problem with the Totally Tonal stickers. So that those are the ones that they're just border stickers. We have them in all different colors. We have them in different themes. However, mostly they're color themed. And so I know a lot of people that struggle. They're like, well, how do I use this if it doesn't match the happy hauntings? Like in your mind, you have to have borders that are specifically made for a specific line. And in my mind, it's much easier if they're just color schemed, because that means any double page spread you do, you can pull out a sticker and plop it down on that page, and it's going to match. So I really hope that if you have Totally Tonal stickers and you haven't been using them, that you'll pull them out and just set them in your eye shot when you get ready to work, because they make crazy super borders. All right. The other thing I want to talk about is Croptoberfest. So I know I'm doing Croptoberfest with my clients this weekend. I have people coming in person. I have people that are going to be zooming in for my demos. And this is going around all over the country, not necessarily this weekend, but all different weekends. And we have support materials from the company. Not only do we have support in the realm of ideas. So if you're not creative, that doesn't matter either, because we steal ideas from each other and the company provides them as well. So anyways, I'll be showing some of those during this presentation and at my Croptoberfest coming up. And also we have stuff that you can buy. So you could go on right now and buy all the Croptoberfest stuff, even if you're not attending anybody's Croptoberfest. So I want to show you what you're missing out on if you don't snatch up these supplies. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do first is show you how to make a double page spread, so that those of you that don't care about any things that I just said will at least be able to walk away with a finished double page spread that's pretty easy to do right under your belt. All right. So let me change my screen and get started. All right, so what I did is I picked this really pretty piece of paper from the Croptoberfest project recipe. I'm going to use this bronze shimmer. This came from the cardstock sampler for an accent. And I'm also going to use shell shimmer for my base. Shell shimmer also comes in the cardstock sampler. So if you got the Croptoberfest premium bundle, you have all that you need to make this double page spread. All right. I'm also, by the way, going to use the stickers that came in there. These are not Totally Tonal, what do you call them? Stickers, because Totally Tonal stickers are all, like I said, they're just non-themed, and these are kind of themed. All right. However, our Totally Tonal ones, they come 3 strips in a pack. Let me see if I can find some more so that here's another one. They come 3 strips in a pack, and they have 6 borders on each one. Okay. So, but today I'm just going to use these borders that came with this bundle for those of you that got it. There's a fly. Oh my gosh, I caught that on live TV, and now I feel like really gross. Like, where's the hand sanitizer? Okay, so funny. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our 13-inch mat to do a little bit of measuring. So I'm going to put it right in the center. The difference between our mats and some others is our measurements fit our paper. So even if I put my paper down on it, I can still see the measurements all the way around. And that's a really nice tool. All right, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to put a mark at the, what am I going to do? I am going to put a mark at the 3-inch. So if you have a ruler, pull that out. If you don't have a ruler, this guy will do. And I'm going to just lay this down. I want to put a little dot right here. So that's at the 3-inch. A 3-inch, and I can tell it's a 3-inch because it says 3-inch on my ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can also use your board. 1, 2, 3, and then just kind of guesstimate and put a dot. We're going to cut these 2 at a time, so it doesn't matter if you're a little bit off. Okay. All right, so it's at the 6 and at the 3. So this ruler, I didn't mention that, but I'm going at the mid mark at the 6 and then at the 3. All right, so now what we're going to do is grab our trimmer and our scoring blade, because I want to cut these 2 at one time because I like to save time. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that dot is in your cutting. You know what? I am going to change my mat strip. It's starting to raise up. Like if I put my finger across it, I can feel a ridge, which means the plastic is starting to come up, and that means the strip is about done. So I'm gonna, this says number 1, that's my first groove. I'm gonna just flip it this way so that it says number 2. Put this back in. I was noticing that a second ago. I should have changed it before you got here. All right, we have, by the way, if you're new to our trimmers, when you flip it over, there's 2 more grooves. These mat strips last a long, long time, depending on how much you scrapbook, of course, but for most people, they last a long time. All right, so I'm going to put this in so that my little dot is about where the middle of that track is. Then I'm going to make sure that I did it right. We want it right in the middle. You can see through so you know it's about in the middle. And then we're going to double check with this to make sure it is actually going through that dot. All right. And this is the scoring blade, so it's not going to cut it. All right. And I did that because I want to cut 2 of these at a time. So I'm going to now just fold this back on that score line. Okay. And now you all can barely see it. I'm going to make it more prominent so that you all can see it at home better. But there's my dot. You can see your own. You don't need to make yours more prominent. Okay. And let's go ahead and cut this. Take out your scoring blade or else you will not be cutting anything. And let's go ahead and cut off this excess over here. So what I'm doing now, I'm lining up this top piece of paper with the cut groove. I'm also going to double check that that is indeed the cut groove. And it definitely is. You might not be able to see well, but there is a little black line on this that I am making sure that line is right on top of the green cut line. So you can see I did that perfectly. So we'll save this. All right. And now what I'm going to do, I am going to cut. So there's my dot. It opens over there here. I'm going to put my dot in the cut groove here. And I'm going to put this corner in the cut groove here. save this. And now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to put this corner in the cut groove up here, and I'm going to put the dot in the cut groove down here. Okay. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and stack these triangles and cut on that score. And put these aside. All right, so now I've got these two guys we're going to use in a second. Put that aside. Now what I want you to do is the same thing sort of with your bronze or your other piece of paper that you're going to use. All right, so what I want you to do is put a dot at your 1/2 inch mark here and your 1/2 inch mark here. All right. Then what I want you to do is we're going to put this thing back down so that it's level with your 6 inch again. But this time I'm not going to put my dot on the 3 inch. I'm going to put it at the 3 1/2. And then we are going to repeat what we just did a second ago. Okay, again, you could go 1, 2, 3 1/2. Go over if you do not have a straight edge. All right. Then we're going to score through that dot. So put your score back in. It's the orange one. Make sure your dot is going through the middle and score, score, score. If you score and it cuts a hole in your paper, your matte strip is worn. All right, it should not do that. Wow. This bronze paper is really thick. I'm going to score it a little deeper because it doesn't do any good to score if you're not going to fold it straight, right? I am going to do it deeper. All right, so that should be better. And this is going to be the death of me today. It still did not do it. Did really good over here and not really good over here. So maybe bronze is not a very good scoring paper. It's so thick. It's not working well. All right, I got it though. Okay, so now what we're going to do is the same exact thing, sort of. We are not going to cut to the corner this time. We're going to cut to the dot. So put your dot in the groove there and your dot in the groove here. Don't forget to change your blade out. That score will not do well. All right, and now we're cutting through 2, so we would definitely be in trouble on a score. All right, so I believe that looks good. I'm going to double check my measure. Bam. Yeah. Oh, I thought, oh my gosh, I did something wrong, but I didn't. Whew, I have fear now of screwing up in front of you all. All right. So again, I'm going to put this here in the groove, and then I'm going to put my dot in the groove down here. Probably should have showed you what we were making first. All right. And I forgot to cut this first, so I'm going to cut it now. I'm going to level up. It's tone on tone now. We have the same color. It's a little harder to see, but I think we can do it. All right. We're going to save this for later. All right, so let's build this sucker. So let's go ahead and put our shell paper down. We are going to stick and if you still see any of your dots, put the dots down so that you don't have to worry about those. And we're going to put it this way. Okay, I'm looking for my dots if I still have any. Don't really see any on this one. Actually, we only marked on one. Well, no, we didn't. We did mark in places. Okay, so there's that. All right, now let's grab our pretty accent paper. And you can actually decide whether you want, ooh, I kind of like that too. Whether you want the plaid or the green up. I think I'm going to do the plaid. Okay. Then I forgot to tell you to cut these triangles too. So let's go ahead and cut these triangles on that score line. Hopefully your score line is better than my score line. All right, let's see. Get in the habit of cutting things 2 at a time. It just really does save so much time. The bronze is thicker, so that's why I needed an extra bit of pressure there. All right, and then let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to put the bronze down first. I'm going to let a little bit of the shell peek out there because I like that effect. It looks like you went to more trouble than you actually did. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to do the same thing with these guys. I think I'm going to let the green be up now so that we have another accent color in there. Whoops, I guess this one's going here. That's funny. Oh my goodness, I got carried away. And again, I'm letting the bronze poke out there. And then what I like to do, I'm going to grab my bronze. And I think not the smallest oval, but the next smallest oval in my blue blade. I am not going to fold and try to cut this twice because this bronze is really thick. I'm going to just cut it twice. All right. Remember the blue blade reaches out a bit. So give yourself a nice safe margin so that you don't goof on this. Just moved. I think it'll be okay though. Okay, and then I'm going to do one more. This scrap right here looks like a good size for maybe a journal box. So I'm going to go ahead while I'm at it, cut that out in case I want to use that for a journal box. Okay, I wanted to go ahead and show that because I love it when we have these little triangles on the page to kind of put an oval down there. I think visually that is super pretty, isn't it? Okay, and then we have this other paper left. I'm gonna do, I like 3 1/4. I'm gonna do 3 1/4. I'm gonna do 3 1/4. I'm gonna do 3 1/4. And then I'm gonna stack them and I'm gonna cut them off at 5 1/4. Now, if you have your photos already, you're going to probably make sure your photos fit on whatever you're doing. I just find this is a nice size. 4x6 is a nice size. Typically, our photos aren't perfect and we're trimming them down a little bit. So that's another nice size and it's going to fit really nicely here. So I can do there, I can do here. And when I do this, I'm going to put a little bit of the corner under there, which means a little bit of your photo would be under there as well. So kind of keep that in mind. Actually, this is going to go nice this way. And then I can put another one here. All right. So what I would probably do, because I can get more, well, you have another one of these sheets in your project recipe bag. So if you want more green on your page, you can, but I probably would put more bronze. All right. So this one we could use as that journal box, as I said, and then maybe add a couple more bronze over here. Do you love it? All right, so let me show you a complete, and by the way, oh, I forgot to do the most important part that I was going to teach you, and that's with these guys. So you can cut these right in half. I'm going to go ahead and just fold it and just a little bit so I know where that edge is. And I'm going to cut these right in half. And I am going, you can decide whether you want to put it out here or whether you want to put it up here. In this case, I think I'm going to put it up here. So these are 12 inches, which means they're designed to go all the way across. But don't hesitate to use them other ways. That's another benefit of these stickers that can go anywhere on your pages. Isn't that pretty? Why do I keep grabbing something that's not there? Oh my goodness, I'm a mess. What did I do with the points? I just love this. All right, and I did make a little messy mess down here. And we'll do this. Okay. And then, like I said, your embellishments from your stickers. So we have these stickers and we have these that are going to be really, they're going to coordinate really nicely with this. And I like to pop things, and I wanted to, I know that everybody is in love with the foam squares. So we have these and we have the bigger ones that people use, but a relatively new product that I didn't know if you all knew about is the foam tape, which I really love, especially when you have bigger things. You can just go like this and cut off one little chunk and then pull the backing off, and it goes a lot faster. So I still use the little ones because that's not going to work on everything, but I definitely use more of this because it's faster on most of the things that I stick down. So I wanted to give you a heads up, a shout out about that too. All right, so let's look at a completed page that I did. I'm going to finish this one later. All right, so the one that I did that is ready for photos is this one. And ooh, look at this. That's not how I built it, but I could easily verify that, right? So this is the exact same spread where I put these guys. Not really. Honestly, I built it like this. I know that love is this way, which threw my eyes, but I did do my journal box and everything this way. But I am showing you that it's going to look good like this. It's going to look good like this. And it's going to look good like this. So you've got lots of variation. This is using, in case you're wondering, the other line was the Croptoberfest line. This is VIvid Melodies. It's the red, what's it called? Jazzberry. And I just accented with some navy on this. Even the embellishments came from that. Another thing that I want to point out is the corners here. I did that with our newer corner rounder. A lot of people don't realize, my customer said that I never told them, and that is not true, you guys. But you can pop your paper in and do a regular rounded corner if you want to, or if you do it the other direction, there's a little lip up here. You can go this way, and it does an inverted corner. All right, so that's what I did here, and I added some little jewels. And this is going to be a journal box, and I even perforated it with the perforating blade. All right, so Croptoberfest stuff. I wanted to show you why you want the Croptoberfest stuff. This is an idea that I made. It's a variation of one that the home office gave us. So again, you might say to yourself, I wouldn't think of that on my own. No worries. You could have stolen something that the company did in preparation for our celebration of Croptoberfest, and you definitely could have done this yourself. But this also has lots of different looks. All right. I made this one. This is also a variation from one that I stole from the company. And again, it's got different looks. This is a oh no, it's not. It's a piece of paper. But you could have done that with one of our totally tonal sticker strips as well, here and here. Right. These are the grid ABCs, Sans grid. They have little blue patterns. They come with the premium bundle, if you like that. This is the leaf punch. So that's a great one. And we've got the little embellishments down here. So that's Croptoberfest, the premium bundle. Another thing that comes with the premium bundle, that last one, yeah, definitely, is these oversized die cuts. So this is a big die cut, this tree. And I just cut it so that I could spread it across two sides. Another thing that I want to point out is that this was a 2-inch border that I notched. I cut out with my leafy vine border punch, this vine here, and I added 2 stickers from the Totally Tonal pack. All right, so after I made the one border, I cut it a little bit so that I could branch it to connect to the other side. All right, great look. In this hole, I actually perforated my page that I'm building on so that I can use that for a journal box. Some little embellishments over here that come actually in both the bundles. Those embellishments come in both the bundles. And I think this sticker strip may have come from, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think that actually came from fall or autumn Totally Tonal stickers. All right. And then we've got this look. This was another, let's see, almost a minute to go like this. This right here was another one of those giant die cuts that come in the premium bundle. So you just throw it down. It's ready for journal boxes or photos in the holes, artwork, whatever you want to. This I made with the tool that I was using to measure with. Okay, so this is a great little journal stencil as well. Little embellishments that come with both of the bundles are right there. You can see where I popped the acorn foam squares. I love popping stuff. And one last one. This one, again, this whole thing was connected to this whole thing. I just cut it in half. It was a pre-done, let me see if I can pull it off so you can see. It was one of those giant die cuts already pre-done. I just cut it in half. I added some Totally Tonal stickers, one of the Totally Tonal sticker strips across here to pull that in with a little bit. This is the stickers that come free in the bundle. This is an embellishment that comes free in the bundle. All right, it doesn't come free, but it comes in the bundle. All right. Another thing I want to remind you of before I shut up is this leaf punch. I love it because it's called spring leaf, which tends to make us think that it's for the spring. But I'll tell you what, you cut out a spring leaf out of rust and you've got a beautiful fall leaf. So keep that in mind. This will do leaves of all seasons. So I have talked long enough today, and I hope you got some great ideas. And if you're celebrating Croptoberfest with your advisor this weekend, I hope you have an amazing time. But many of us, like I said, are doing them. Like I have another one towards the end of the month that I'm doing with my scrapbook retreaters. We're doing lots of things in honor of this beautiful fall season the Lord has given us. And I hope that, I mean, the colors, they just take your breath away, don't they? So we are really excited about this product line and about your pictures that you'll be taking this fall. With that in mind, I can't leave without asking you to please pray for our folks in Florida. Big shout out to my good friend, fellow advisor, Beth Beller, that I know lost her home. We just can't imagine, you know, that's, I said out loud, and you know, that's not supposed to happen to somebody that you know, but it does. And these are real people that are suffering. So give your funds, give your prayers to help those in Florida. Thanks so much.